Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Reading the Red this Bank Holiday Monday. I hope you're having a great rest today and that you had a wonderful Easter. Jesus, in this revelation today in Matthew chapter 9, verse 16, it goes into what we might call a word parable, where all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just kind of breaks into a kind of a reflective perspective of thought. He invites us to consider something that's not easily or instantly recognizable. And scholars have tried to search the solution to what really Jesus is trying to say here for years. And there is a sense in which people make up their own mind as to what this parable really means. And maybe you have your own ideas as well. So in verse 16 of Matthew 9, Jesus reads these words. But no one puts a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment, for the patch pulls away from the garment, and the worst tear results. But no one puts a patch of unshrunk cloth on an old garment, for the patch pulls away from the garment, and the worst tear results. And that word "but" is an interesting thing because it really has to tie in to the revelation that he brought previously when he mentioned regarding fasting and how Christians will fast. So there has to be some sort of connection to this consideration that we're reflecting on this morning. And so Jesus, when he says, but no one puts, and let's have a look at that revelation. So is it true that when someone makes, as it were, a repair to a garment, they basically shrink the garment that's going to be repaired, the patch of the garment is going to be repaired, and puts it and sews it onto the new garment in order for the garments to already have been, as it were, shrunken so that they kind of accommodate one another? Is that a true reality? Do these things practically work themselves out in logic? And the answer is yes, they do. If you take a garment that's kind of old and worn out and needs repairing, and you pull something together by putting, as it were, a patch, and a new patch even, on that garment, it's true that that patch will shrink differently to the garment that's already been old and worn. And there is a sense in which God is trying to reveal something to us, I believe, regarding what it means to be something new and something old. And there is a way of seeing the revelation of what Israel had as the old reality to connecting and being in a relationship with God, and the new reality of how God is inviting us to draw near to him through Jesus. And there's a sense in which there are two considerations. There was a way to connect to God, and it was the old way, and that's been kind of worn out and it's damaged. And then now there is, as it were, Jesus is introducing a new way. But first, it has to go through a process of shrinking, a process of readjustment in order for them to be useful together. There are other considerations. You may have yours. Mine is, I think Jesus is starting to, in effect, introduce us to this new understanding of how to connect to God. It'd be interesting if we have a chance to talk to find out what yours is. But we're developing the story, and this is just the introduction. Have a great bank holiday rest. Enjoy the sunshine that's going to be there, and I'll see you tomorrow.